Aviation Mike, wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
Down, ready now. You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
So does it mess things up if the podcast is scheduled for 7 p.m. and I started at 6:59?
I don't think so.
What do you think? Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck Aviation Podcast live stream. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan.
Hey, look.
Noticed you put your hat on.
I did.
Nice hats, brother. I guess I should have put mine on.
Yeah, we wanted to mention those, but anyway, hi, brother.
Yes. What's up, brothers?
Brothers, I'm back down
Right.
in my usual.
So I don't, just FYI, Ryan's mic is either off or it's turned down. So little
No, I can't hear it.
little troubleshooting gotcha.
That's why, right there.
There you go. There's brother.
Amazing what a little power button will do.
That's right.
Sorry, brother. I know you're in control tonight,
Yeah, don't touch.
But I had to. Sorry, just had to hit one or two there.
That's all right.
Wow, lots to. So, if you could watch and see behind the scenes, you'd probably laugh your ass off because we just you know the term scramble in the military. Anyway,
Yes.
we won't go there. But
That was us.
that was us. Lots to talk about tonight, though. Like I said, we'll just get to a rundown here in a minute. I just AvGeek Joe, he's already read the rundown, and he's chiming in. Skynet versus Bayo. I don't think Skynet stands a chance.
Of course, you would say that, right?
Right, and we'll get to that. Of course, you've probably either seen or read or heard that the X-62 Vista, which is the quote unquote AI pilotless. I mean, there's a pilot in there, right?
Well, yeah, but it's running. It's basically a souped up F-16 electronically.
Versus a human F-16. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
So okay. When we talk about it,
Okay.
I'll get into it. Yeah.
Also from AvGeek Joe, Skynet versus DCS players like Joe and Mooch. Maybe. DCS. Did I miss something?
No, I don't
DCS is the combat flight simulator that's really popular.
know. Okay.
Oh,
All
gotcha.
right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's interesting. If war ever broke out or something, how many of these people that play like all these like what is it, Call of Duty and these other Duty, and all these other RPGs or whatever video games, how do you think they would fare? They'd probably get their asses kicked, right? Too many Doritos, too much Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I mean,
too much pot.
Something for like Call of Duty. I mean, there is something to be said about their flight simulators. You know, some of these younger kids could probably fly an airplane based on some of the realistic flight simulators. But I gotta believe if you're doing something like a Navy SEAL does or an Army Ranger, it's probably a little.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit more physical than sitting in front of a TV or a computer.
Just a little different, right?
Yeah.
And then this one coming from Wadman. What's up, man? He says, "Thanks, Ryan and Tony."
Oh no, thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
No. Thank
Well,
you.
and you can thank me for getting them their
And
hats.
thank you, Aaron, for giving us the hats.
And
that
I
Wadman
do-
gave you.
Yes.
I do have mine. I didn't get the memo. Apparently, it was B-21 Raider hat night.
Oh, I figured, why not? They're brand new. They're cool hats. Thanks, Wadman. We really appreciate it. So,
Except I took the sticker off mine.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I haven't had.
And that, hey, brothers, we're also live on Instagram Live.
Mhm.
The first comment on there is from Novak_LOD, I guess it is.
What up, dude?
Got to catch you guys out at the next red flag. So cool.
Yes, you do. So we're planning on that. Typically, the -3 edition of the red flag exercises, typically around the last week of July, first week of August. So
Yeah.
as soon as we get something confirmed, then we'll let you guys know.
You know, and I was actually talking with Ryan, Tony, and there's actually a weapon system integration going on in June that we may want to consider going to, and I'll tell you I'll tell you the details off air, just because I got a little bit of inside intel.
Ooh.
But we may want to consider that.
Okay.
How about Sweet.
And Wadman says, anytime, guys. Yeah, dude, we love the swag that you send us. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And my goatee looks way crooked.
It looks like maybe the wind is blowing.
Which way do I need to go? This way?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can't do it in
Not that way.
It's mirrored on my camera, so I can't.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
that's fine.
That's
Don't
funny.
worry about it.
Hey, by the way, the RampCheck Aviation podcast live stream is live every Wednesday night right here on YouTube, X, Facebook, Rumble, and of course, Instagram Live.
Oh, sorry, too soon
thank
for that?
you.
Okay.
No,
You're welcome.
that's totally fine.
Hey, Colin joined on the Instagram Live.
Nice. Hey, Colin, what's up?
TX Av Geek. He's been posting more aviation stuff, going to some air shows in Texas. It's good to see him doing that. And then, hey, Jeremy also jumped on TX Aviation Images. So,
nice.
What's up, brothers? Colin and Jeremy, right there.
Nice.
Welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to fix our color. Ryan and I look really pale right now. Okay.
Maybe I don't feel well.
Yeah. Oh well, I hope not. You're sitting right next to me. Where's your mask?
Oh God, don't even get going on that.
You know, it was so funny. I actually, the Babylon B put out a post on X today, and it was photos of people wearing their masks.
Yeah.
And it said, at this point, anybody wearing a mask, they just must be fucking ugly.
I agree, though.
Oh, that is
I might have added the F word, but you get the point.
Yeah.
I definitely get the point. That is funny.
Oh man. Lord,
I never ever.
I don't even pay attention to that anymore, and we don't need to digress. But oh my God, I see it now, and I'm very visibly just shaking my head like, you got to be kidding me. But whatever, I was that way with it anyways. So anyway, let's should we jump into our stories?
Yeah. So quick rundown, of course. So the NASA Voyager 1, apparently it hasn't been answering its phone calls, but it finally returned somebody's call. Talk about that here in a minute. Beeger.
Beeger.
Little movie reference for you.
Beeger wishes to connect with the creator. Anyway.
Hey, just so you know, on screen there's that post. Study finds anyone still wearing a mask at this point is probably just super ugly.
I don't know. One on the right could be kind of cute.
That's great. That's great.
You know, it's funny that you should mention that. So I go to Maverick all the time. You know, it is adventure's first stop. Anyway, and one of the Mavericks I went to, especially when all the bullshit was going on, you know, there was this one girl, one of the workers in there. She had really cute eyes, but she always had her mask on because, you know, everybody was required. You know, and I'd talk to her and I'd be nice and, you know, a little small talk here and there. I mean,
you were nice. Damn.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hold on. 1 second. Just 1 second. 1 second.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, I am a nice guy. God damn it. But anyway, like I was saying, so, you know, I'd go in there and I've been going there for years. And then I remember when the mask mandates were lifted and you know, the idiots that were complying, you know, or were forced to comply by their employers or whatever. And I walk in and she doesn't have her mask on. I was like, whoa.
So you were catfished.
So from the eyes up
right.
was okay, but then, you know, I mean anyway, I'm a shallow dick.
Yeah, no, you're not. That's okay, brother. Click back on the that Babylon B thing. Put it back on the screen. I'm sorry. I read the bottom one. Palestine protester tries to argue skinhead, but they just agree on everything. Dude, Babylon Bee is just amazing,
They are
man.
spot on.
They're
They're
writers
great.
are just
They
just
are
wild.
great, dude.
So
They're
funny.
so good.
Funny.
Anyway,
So on the mask thing, one thing, AvGeek Joe, we should wear a mask when we have a cough to protect others and make sure no public health hotshot can stop an air show. Okay.
dude, actually, if you want to get into that debate, a
You go
mask
in
doesn't
weeds?
stop the droplets
No,
or doesn't stop a virus through the mask, but
it's like
we don't have to go down there. We
Yeah.
can
it's
we
like
can agree or
throwing-
disagree, but we just don't. We think they're shit.
It's like throwing a dirt clod through a chain link fucking fence. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. All right. Anyway, as we mentioned,
BH joined on Instagram Live. Sure.
oh,
Well,
BH.
thank God
Hey,
he can't spam us on
right.
Instagram Live.
So I checked my mailbox and this was in my mailbox.
Oh my God, he sent you one from Arizona.
Greetings
Oh,
from
Lord.
Arizona.
So funny.
And it says, I'm in the freaking desert. See you in Vegas. So this is a little outdated. I don't see a postmark date on there.
Did it get lost and it just
well,
arrived?
So I recently moved. I'm not going to show this part because I want to dox myself. But I recently
Oh.
moved and he
So you
sent
just
it
got-
to the wrong address because it's a post office.
Oh.
It's my communist mailbox in the neighborhood that I never check. So BH, thanks for the postcard, dude. Love you. If you were wondering, why the hell did that
was
Tony
That
never
was probably when he was at the Luke Air show.
Yeah,
like
that was
weeks
a
ago.
back.
Yeah.
Yes. So thanks for the postcard, my friend. And I will.
that was
send you my
that
PO
was
box.
this trip when
Yes.
he was down there at Luke
Oh, that's right.
with
That's awesome.
Mock and Spaghetti F-35.
No, that was that before Red Flag?
No, that was after. This is
That was
Luke Air Force Base Air Show, just like
Yeah,
fairly recently.
I think he sent this like long before that because it says, "I'm in the desert. See you in Vegas." So I think
so
this was
maybe it was even before Red
Yeah,
Flag.
it probably was.
Was he down at the? Oh, that was it. Maybe it was when he was at the Yuma Air Show.
Maybe
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
Guy gets around.
okay.
Yuma, Luke. They're all within the same time frame.
Yep.
Within a week or
They're
so.
all pretty close to each other. We're also going to talk about a cool a buffalo walk. No, it's that was off air. Anyway, a really cool elephant walk you're going to want to see. And South Korea,
Fucking buffalo, dude.
they're still flying the F4 Phantom. I did not even realize that. And I got a cool story about that. Of
Not
course,
much longer.
I know, right? Skynet versus AI versus human pilots. First ever real dogfight. We'll let you guys know how that went. And here's a good question. What's louder, the bone or the F-35?
The bone.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Shall we?
I mean, yeah, there's four.
F-35 is loud. Don't get me wrong, because Safe Skies Utah keeps that on record.
Tony,
Maybe there's a Safe Skies Texas or a Safe Skies South Dakota where the bones are based.
Yeah, well, speaking of the F-35, Tony and I, while we were working today, we heard something while we were installed. We couldn't get eyes on it because we weren't in a position to, but it definitely had to be like an F-35. So
it had to be because I dropped to my knees and thought I was going to die.
Yeah. It was so
it could be nothing other than the F-35. Well, here, let's see if we can settle that right now. The debate between the bone and the F-35. Which one is louder? Here we go. Oops, from the beginning. Here we go. Okay.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Look at that burner. Look at that flame, dude. And there's 4 of those. I'm not going to allow them to have to retire this aircraft, right? It's not going to happen. I mean, it's going through it.
So when that's on, we can't hear each other talk, brothers. It just cuts out our mics.
All right. So anyway,
Well, I can tell you there's nothing cooler than seeing a bone launch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I was going to say, when we're at Red Flag and we're, especially when there are bones at Red Flag, I think the F-35 still sounds louder. Now,
they
although
also
that
flex though over us.
Well, yeah, but remember when those bones flexed over, or that bone flexed over?
Yeah, but he wasn't in burner.
I was gonna say he wasn't on burner. He definitely flexed, but yeah, they didn't have the burners lit. But
well, it's like what is it? Around 80,000 pounds of thrust for a bone, or over 80, or right around there. When they're in full burner, with all 4 motors. F-35 is still impressive at 43,000 in burner, but I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I always, it's an interesting question, but.
All right, we got a few more comments from App Geek Joe,
and then
that was an awkward pause.
I know, right?
I know, right?
It's like we'll just.
I was waiting for y'all to jump in there and kind of say something. I was like, "Where's the fucking cricket?"
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
App Geek Joe. I wore an N95 so the public health hotshots would let me have air shows again with performers hotter and way better than Taylor Swift. Note the plural. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I don't like people telling me what to do, but
hey, let's put it this way, Joe. Let's put it this way, Joe.
Political version of Sideline later. Let's rock on.
Yep.
Exactly.
Ahead,
if you want to wear a mask, I have no problem with you wearing a mask. Just don't force me to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was never.
We'll lay that to rest.
As he says, we can fly the political sidewinder later. Let's rock on. Yes,
right.
Rock on, because that's what we love to do.
It's not political; it's science.
Very true. Oh God!
I never really gave a shit about any.
How dare you?
Any of that to begin with. It was when people started messing with my my freedoms. That wouldn't bother me. But anyway, as Zavgeek Joe says, rock on.
Okay, Aaron, first story.
Real quick, BH said that was probably from my last Yuma trip before Flag, like you said.
I got it.
Oh wait, BH is talking. Oh, sorry.
And
BH.
then that Novak _LOD. The only thing cooler than one bone taking off is seeing 2 take off at the same time. That is true. We saw the dual bone launch at a Red Flag 2 years ago.
That
was sick.
Awesome.
That was awesome. Simultaneous, like both runways too. It wasn't like one bone after another. It was they both launched. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
So Watson says, I'd have to think the Lancer with its 4 F-100 engines are louder. Now let's throw 4 F-35 engines on a Lancer and watch the magic. That would be insane.
Safe Skies Utah would lose their minds.
Yeah. They would all drop to their knees and they actually would die.
I think we mentioned this a couple episodes ago, but there was a study done to upgrade the bone with the engines, the F-119s from the F-22. It's called like the B1R or something.
Oh,
and
really?
They changed the vertical tail and the horizontal stabilizer to like a V tail. It was actually kind of a cool concept art about it, but
that's awesome.
We just need the right people back in the Pentagon. Screw this save money shit, because y'all know that you can print money whenever you fucking want to, because that's what you do anyway. Just don't send it overseas to
we're not saving money. We're just writing checks that our body can't cash.
But
I'm sorry, I hate it when it does that.
Keep the money here and develop cool shit for us app geeks to talk about.
Yeah,
just saying,
for air shows and stuff.
Screw the budget. Anyway,
yeah, that's funny. Anyway, all right. So first story. Which one did you want to do next, Tony? What story first? Because
we were just
mentioned that before
about,
I was reading.
We were just talking about the simultaneous bone launches. So why don't we talk about the elephant walk?
The Buffalo Walk.
The Buffalo Walk. One more quick one from AvGeek Joe, what we're talking about.
Sure.
Yes, the B1R used F-22 engines. I'd like to see a B135 with 35.
Yeah, right.
B135 demo. Yeah, that would be cool. And hey, maybe they would have Bale fly it.
Maybe Bayo and Mock, since there can be 2 pilots in the cockpit of a bomb.
Hell yeah, I like where we're going.
That would be
There you go.
AvGeek Joe's dream. Or should I say wet dream?
I was going to say AvGeek Joe's wet dream.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Anyway, okay, cool. So I'll pull this up. Many of you, let's see. Let me zoom in.
I gotta do it now because you said it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
there it is.
I lost it.
Keep going. There it is.
Zoom in on this.
Damn. This is all I have to say about messing that up.
No peaches.
All right.
Okay, so this is from
look at that.
aviationgeekclub.com. Impressive video shows 509th Bomb Wing and 131st Bomb Wing performing a mass fly-off of 12 B-2 Spirit bombers, which is crazy, dude. That's like over half of the available.
And how much is that per aircraft?
$2 billion.
Well, so damn, dude. There's
$2 billion.
That's right. That's right.
Damn.
So anyway, I'll read a little bit of the article and I'll play the video. Mass fly-off of 12 B-2 stealth bombers filmed on April 15th, 2024. 15 at what? I don't know what the 15 is there for. Interesting. I think it was a typo. Anyway, at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, the impressive video in the post featuring 509th Bomb Wing and 131st Bomb Wing, capping off the most recent iteration of exercise Spirit Vigilance by performing a mass fly-off of 12 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers.
Spirit, get it?
That's right. Spirit Vigilance is one of a series of routine exercises held by Air Force Global Strike Command bases across the enterprise that focus on the training and readiness of airmen. These exercises are regularly planned and are conducted to continuously evaluate and enhance U.S. deterrent capabilities. It's funny how they put that regularly planned. It's like they don't want to try to ruffle feathers of any of our adversaries. It's like, who gives a shit? We're showing that we can launch.
I know, right?
Or the truth and non-community. Oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, it's happening.
So
anyway, instead of going through the article, I mean, it just kind of goes on and just talks about what they're doing. But here, let me play the video.
Well, that was fat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Team Whiteman just wrapped up the most recent iteration of exercise Spirit Vigilance, capping off the exercise by rapidly launching 12 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. Routine exercises like this not only enhance mission readiness, but also contribute to strategic deterrence.
Well, the B-2 is the world's most strategic aircraft, and the only one that's currently operational that combines stealth, long-range strike, and a versatile payload. And while we normally prefer to stay stealthy, occasionally we need to remind our adversaries of the overwhelming air power the B-2 can deliver.
Way to read those cue cards, Colonel.
Spot on, though.
Spirit Vigilance was an important opportunity to test the capabilities of the airmen behind the B-2 mission.
These exercises are vital for our airmen to develop their skills. We practice our tactics and procedures. It just makes us a better warfighter. And it also provides a strategic messaging to our partners that we're ready to go anytime, anywhere.
Right out of the hangar. Love it.
That's sick.
Where's Whiteman again?
Missouri. Oh, hopefully the music's not copyrighted because I'm just letting it play.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm offended by the name of that airbase.
See?
That's awesome, man. So, Aaron, remember when we got to go to the Buffalo Walk, the elephant?
Shut up.
For the F-35.
It's been a long day.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, that night my ears were ringing. A lot of the press people there were like passing out earplugs, like, you're gonna need it. I just remember, like, I didn't put them in. It's probably bad, working the line all those years. But like, I went home that night, and when I was laying in bed, my ears were just ringing. It was awesome.
Felt like you were at a Motley Crue concert.
Yeah, I felt like I was at a concert, basically. Yeah, that ringing. But Wadman saying there's 24 billion. Yes, that's a lot of money, and also
that's a lot of dough, man.
Might as well call it if we dare you to fuck. We dare you to fuck around and find out. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely,
totally agree. AvGeek Joe, by the way, you totally read my. Oh, you read my mind.
Oh yeah. That's about Halo and Mock teaming up, but
what damn show.
But yeah, when these elephant walks or whatever they're called they're just fucking awesome. Just seeing all that air power, and I do like how they say like, yeah, we're doing it to train, but also like to show our adversaries like Wadman said, if you go ahead and fuck around, this is how you'll find out. Because all of those B2s, I mean, they could launch all of those and just go to any destination around the world and stay up for hours.
And you wouldn't know they were there until it was too late.
Yep.
Yeah. Or even if you tracked it. See, a lot of people think, stealth, it makes the aircraft invisible or blah, blah, blah. Well, what it does is some radar technologies might be able to pick something up, but the problem is they won't be able to lock on it. And that's the big advantage of the 5th and 6th gen and stealth aircraft is, good luck locking on it, engaging it. I mean,
well, they'll just write it off to say it was a flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor.
I ran. No, that was sorry. And I can't remember where I saw this, but someone was kind of explaining stealth technology, and they were showing like a radar picking up like regular size commercial airliners and stuff, and they were pretty big, like I don't know what you call them, blips, circles, whatever on the radar, and like a stealth aircraft is like a pinpoint. Like they're hard to spot if they do get tracked. They're hard to spot.
Yeah, they're hard.
Exactly. So I think that's awesome.
Oh wow, look at this. A lot of hurt, probably cheaper than giving you Crane weapons. That's probably true. It doesn't seem to do much good in Ukraine.
So
going over there.
TBU-32s, the 2,000-pound JDAMs. So 16 times 12, 192 DMP is or DMPIs. Sorry, that can get a 2,000-pound hit.
That is a lot of hurt.
That is
not a hurt. Crazy. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, so congrats for the Air Force of Whiteman Air Force Base. Quite the show of force there. So that actually could have qualified for the fuck around and find out segment, actually. But
that really could have.
But that's okay.
Hold on 1 second, brothers. Let me just do something really quick.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Well, there it is.
And that's this week's edition of Fuck Around and Find Out. Thanks, Wadman.
Next week. Nice.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. We're thinking along the same lines there, Wadman. That's right. Absolutely.
Yes, we are. Our next story?
Yes. I actually have a palate cleansing video if you would like.
Is this the?
Was it one of the ones I sent you or no?
Is this the LA?
No.
Oh, okay. All
right. Well, it's from airline videos.
Or airline videos. It's LAX.
Well, you're giving it away for God's sake. You want me to play it, or you want to talk about it?
I had the same one queued up, and I was going to save it for later. But let's just do it now. Just say yes, and we'll move on. All right, go for it. This is insane. So
it really is. Okay, Here we go. And I love how
not too bad.
What's his name? The plane jockey. I love his reaction.
Oh yeah.
The Lufthansa Queen on short funnel.
So obviously, this is from AVL Airline Videos Live on YouTube. They have a great channel.
Yeah, go follow them. It's worth it.
This is wearing the 1500th 747 sticker. Just a small little sticker in the back of the plane.
1500.
That's at 545. Just continue straight ahead and hold short of Charlie. Contact
You know,
1.75.
the 747 is so great. Like
Beautiful.
It cuts down so gently. It's just amazing.
Damn, they're right there.
Oh,
not that time.
Whoa. We getting that go around. Holy moly.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen to the engines, dude.
Around. That is the roughest
Did you see
landing
the
I think
flap?
we've ever caught on our
The flap was
broadcast.
like
Holy
they almost
moly.
hit the ground.
Yeah.
Woo! I wonder what that was about.
Wow.
I mean, didn't look like bad.
They would
winds.
need to have a structural inspection.
They'll probably, they'll for sure have to get it inspected after that.
Oh, damn.
The gear went up okay. Hopefully
Yeah,
it comes
that's what I was
down.
thinking.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know.
I probably would have a little hesitant to retract that gear after that.
Damn.
Anyway,
That was crazy.
We got to see the landing part of that again, brother. That was just insane.
okay.
So pay attention to what? I was gonna say pay attention to the flaps closest to the fuselage. Look how close the bottom corner of that
Okay, here we go.
Look how close it gets to the ground.
Oh, he bounced it.
Yeah, you didn't. Oh,
I didn't notice he bounced it right off.
Wow. Going around. That is
Damn.
the roughest landing.
Now listen to this.
Donza 456, contact SoCal departure on 125.2.
Wow. We're smelling that now.
Smelling
all
it.
that burnt rubber.
Tires. Yeah. Dang,
Wow, I wonder if that was a newer first officer with one of his landings or something. That's crazy. I wonder what happened.
I don't know if anybody has some inside information, but yeah, Airline Videos Live, follow them. They're a fun channel to watch. I mean, it's just airplanes landing and taking off.
Dude, it's just a couple av geeks that just.
Well, I know. It's a brilliant idea, actually.
Yeah. It really is.
And I'll be here at home and I'll just be making dinner or making lunch or something.
yeah.
Or I'll be cleaning house and I'll just have that shit on in the background. And every now and then he'll be saying, "Oh, we got the Lufthansa 7478 coming in." So I'll stop everything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'll go watch it.
I do that too, and I'll be like
100%.
It'll like the next aircraft come and I'll be like, "Oh, that's a Dreamliner." Like I'm telling somebody and I'm by myself.
Exactly.
Like the imaginary person patting me on the back. You know airplanes. Good job.
Jetterazzi. If the German Navy had jet pilots.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
Carrier
know.
landing in LAX.
Jetterazzi OK3. Yeah, I don't know if that was an OK3, dude. He boltered.
Oh man,
Bounce that son of a bitch.
That was crazy. I would pay extra for that kind of experience. Perhaps former member of the Luftwaffe Eurofighter demo team. I know, right? Just holy.
Wadman, love watching takeoffs from LAX. Yes, absolutely. Those
Wadman was just there just recently.
Yeah, that's awesome. Aaron, you don't by chance have the RampCheck Instagram up, do you? Like that we could show?
I can in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, maybe if you could. Well, I sent
what do you want?
just a couple of quick videos that were just one was cool and one was really funny. They're the first two on there if you open up the messaging.
Yeah, I'm opening it up now.
I say we just show them because I saw those over the last couple of days and I just thought one of them's really funny.
Why not?
All right, here we go.
Okay, so
let me.
I'll talk about them, but I don't care which one you do first. Just check out this tail number. I just thought that's funny. It was kind of like unexpected, but great tail number.
Yeah,
we're so childish. Cool. We're not going to explain that, by the way.
Every time British Airways flight passes over this billboard, a boy points at it and it shows its number and origin. I just thought that was pretty.
That is pretty cool.
Watch how cool this is. Look. Isn't that cool?
That
And
is cool.
the
That's
actual
awesome.
point of
That's-
origin. I mean, I'm guessing that's real.
Yeah, that
because
is. I've seen that. I've seen a video of that
I didn't
too.
know that, but I just thought it was really cool. Like if you're just wondering what the flight is, because
Yeah.
Aaron and I, when we lived in West Jordan, we used to sit on top of the shed with the old scanner and.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that flight's coming from LA. It's flight. It's just I don't know. It just brought out the kid in me. That's all.
Yeah.
I thought
So do you think when it's like Lufthansa or Air France or something, the kid just like flips it off or like turns its back on it or something?
Yeah, because it's
just British Airways flights. Yeah, that.
Well, technology is great.
I'd like to see what that kid does if a Southwest Airlines flight were ever to fly over.
Yeah, probably not.
The hell is he doing
Probably
here?
like, what is that?
Yeah, just a bunch of questions.
Little off course. Anyway, all right.
So while we're talking about the 747, I want to bring this other one up here really quick. This is from let's see, here we go. Pull this up. All right. So after spending more than 27 years in India, by the way, this is at FL360 Aero on X. After spending more than 27 years in India, Agra, the Boeing 747-437 aircraft, Victor Tango-EVA, waves its wings as it ends an era in India as the real Maharaja. Aircraft with current registration mark of November 940 Alpha Sierra had joined the Air India fleet in October of 1996, is now getting acquired by AirSail as it heads to Seattle. AirSail, of course, an aircraft broker. Aftermarket aircraft broker AirSail of the U.S. is acquiring 4 of the Air India B747. So this was basically its last flight from India. So
in Mumbai.
He's saying goodbye in Mumbai.
Or wherever it was.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's so funny. His girlfriend or wife. Is that it? Yeah, that's 747. Cool.
Camera work. Needs a little bit of work. Yeah. Nice.
Here's a different.
I
thought that.
There we go.
And then here's the wing wave. Better angle for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Maharaja.
Bye bye.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty
awesome.
cool. It's so sad to see the 747 go. I know we're going to see it for years and years, but it's just to see, one less in the sky. And eventually it's going to get to the point where, seeing a 747 is going to be as rare as like seeing a 727 is
I know,
right now.
that sucks, right?
Yeah.
So. It kind of reminds me, Aaron, of that cute video your wife Jessica posted today of you were leaving and Lula's all, "Don't leave me." That just came to mind, seeing the 747 go away. Don't leave me.
That's so true. That's so funny.
So funny.
I know, Lula, man.
She did
not. Let's see. I think I can pull it up.
It's just it's just a really
yeah. Here it is.
Second time she said it, and look at her face. Watch.
Okay, I'll play this. I need to pull it up. Okay, we're live, people. Okay, here we go.
That's right.
That's all right.
Okay, a little bit. Okay.
What?
I don't want to leave you, but I have to.
No.
Yes.
Don't
leave me.
That's pretty funny. That's true. That's how we feel about the 747. Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. That's what came to mind when I heard that guy say, "Bye bye."
Actually, you know what? We need to catch that soundbite and we'll put it on the soundboard. Don't
don't leave me.
It's like this
That's
one.
funny.
Exactly.
It's funny. You're two kids.
Right.
Your personality. You have one, and the other one. Don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
Oh, I'm sure she's
Sugar
learning
and-
from her big brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So speaking of aircraft retiring, or aircraft that probably I thought was retired long ago, South Korea's last F-4E Phantoms fire their final AGM-142 Popeye missiles prior to retirement. I love that plane. I always have.
Oh yeah,
And
it's one of the coolest ones ever.
exactly
ever made.
And this coming
I
from
thi-
the aviationist, by the way. Go ahead.
I think Greece still flies F4s. I could be wrong.
And Iran.
I'll look it up while you go
Okay.
on that story.
So Republic of Korea Air Force F-4 Phantoms carried out the final live firing of AGM-142 Popeye missiles. On April 18th of this year, the ROCAF bid farewell to the iconic AGM-142 Popeye missile with a final live firing event from the F-4E Phantom. The iconic missile, introduced into the Republic of Korea Air Force in 2002, served as a strategic weapon for precision strikes until the deployment of the AGM-84 Slammer in 2007. These names are so original.
Slammer.
They're just such a freaking handful.
We're going to call the AGM-84H the Boom. Anyway.
That's what she said.
The F-4E stands as the sole fighter aircraft, not SOUL, but the sole fighter aircraft of South Korean service capable of launching the AGM-142, a weapon capable of striking a target with less than 1 meter error from a distance of about 100 kilometers. Earlier this month, the Phantoms also successfully conducted a final live fire training with the Mk-82 bombs. 3 F-4Es, each located with 10 of the Mk-82 out of the 24 the aircraft can carry, demonstrated their ability to drop the 500-pound free fall general purpose bombs. Again, so original. Major Kim Do-hyung.
Are you trying to?
Oh, sorry.
No, that's.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
40 years old, 151st Squadron, Fighter Squadron, 10th Fighter Wing Air Force, told Yu Youngwon TV.
I was way off.
Okay.
You're like trying to put an accent in there, dude.
Through live fire training, I gained the confidence to hit any target immediately. I'm powerfully. I feel
I don't think that's right.
And to be in charge of the final live firing of Popeye, which was once the most powerful strategic weapon. The Popeye missile, which made enemies tremble. I'm reading a Ukrainian propaganda ad. Has disappeared into history, but the powerful majesty of this missile and the confidence they had while operating this missile will continue to remain in the hearts of the Phantom men.
Do you think those, if there were two of them, it was spinach 1 and 2?
Or like olive oil 3.
And then when they drop it, they're like, sorry, I know it's
Oh
really
my god!
stupid, but
they're gonna call it Popeye. You got to call something the Brutus.
Oh, on
Brutus. Okay.
We're old.
We have a comment on Instagram Live from a Pierce Photo TX says might see one fly in the U.S. again soon. That's cool. Enlighten us, please.
Yeah,
an F4?
That would be cool.
Yeah. And I looked up while we were while you were reading the story, and Iran still operates the F4. Greece, which I was correct on that. Turkey still operates some F4s, and of course South Korea, which is just about to retire theirs.
He's a genius, eh? He knows the Atlas.
Yep.
So the F-4Es are about to be retired from active service after a 47-year career within the ROKF. The first of 94 Phantoms were inducted into active service in 1977.
Wow.
So you were born, Aaron.
That's right.
That was before you were born.
Who built the Phantoms?
Donald Douglas.
McDonnell Douglas.
All
That's
right.
right. That's right. The service also operated the F-4D and RF-4C, which may have already been retired, respectively, in 2010 and 2014, which, have already been. I thought they would make.
may have.
Both the F-4E and F-5 fleets will be replaced with the F-35A Lightning II. Of course, the F-A-50 Golden Eagle and KF-21 Boromei combat aircraft. Okay.
The KF-21 is actually cool. It's kind of like a 4.5 generation jet that looks a lot like an F-22 and an F-35.
I can't picture that. We'll have to.
Pull that up, brother.
Yeah, I'll pull it up while we're doing that.
I'm sure I've seen a picture of it, but for some reason, saying that name, it's just not. It's not clicking with my brain.
The Boromei.
The Boromei.
They actually they make a single seat version of it and a twin seat.
Does anyone know what Boromei is?
I don't know.
No. All right.
Boromei.
I don't know. While Aaron's looking up.
Isn't Boromir a character from the Lord of the Rings, though?
Vormir.
No idea.
Boromir.
I don't know. Anyway.
Or Vormir is a place in the
MCU, right?
The MCU, yeah. Oh, that's cool looking.
There it is, and that's the twin seater.
It does look like a Raptor. You're right.
Yeah, Raptor.
Ladies and gentlemen, if a Raptor had sex with an F-35 Lightning II, there you have it.
So it was the Boromei in Korean means young hawk.
Oh wow, interesting.
The young.
Anyway, it's cool. Looks like it has like Super Hornet motors on it or something.
Oh, really?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
that's true.
Very cool.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your 4.5 generation fighter.
Yes.
South Korea. Yeah. Not the North.
Better. I mean, not better looking, but better than the Phantom technology.
Right. North Korea is asshole.
Yeah, we don't have one of those, unfortunately. One of those buttons.
How dare you?
Nice. All right, moving on. What are we moving on to next?
Jeez, I don't know. Let's see.
Lots to talk about. That's why it's fun to do this every week. Because
I know. That's the best part of it. You know, we're just shooting the shit, talking aviation. We got a lot of good friends and buddies on here that watch it, like to comment, communicate. Let's see here. Let me read comments. I don't know if A Pierce Photo TX is still watching. It looks like, oh yeah. Yeah. Alan Pierce is his name. I just clicked on his profile.
You just doxed him.
Come on. No, it's right on his Instagram profile. Anyway, let us know what you're talking about there, brother. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got a few more stories that we can kind of go through.
Yeah, I want to hear about V'ger.
I do too, but since we were just talking about like B2 and you guys have B21 hats on, should we do the this one here before I give it away?
Let's do it.
Give it away, give it away now.
Give it away now. Okay, so this one coming from the Aviationist. David Conciotti. Good dude. He's cool.
I just wish
communicated with
that
him
headline,
a little bit
brother.
through Instagram. Yeah. U.S. officials doubt China's stealth bomber can rival American designs.
Hey, why can't these columnists and reporters just follow up like that headline with, in like parentheses? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I would just love to see that. Anyway.
They're just trying to be fair. And plus they're just reporting on what the Air Force said. So anyway, some of the John H-20 artwork that have circulated online the past few years. Right there.
And that looks just like a B2, the top right one.
It's very similar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gee, I wonder how they figured that one out.
Yeah. Anyway, U.S. intel confident that Chinese forthcoming long-range stealth bomber, the Xi'an H-20, will not match up to American B-2 or B-21 designs. According to a Department of Defense intelligence official who briefed reporters at the Pentagon on April 22nd, the long-awaited H-20 stealth bomber design is considered inferior to advanced U.S. low observable platforms such as the 35-year-old B-2 and more modern B-21,
Jesus,
facing significant. I know, isn't that crazy?
Damn.
significant engineering challenges in achieving similar capabilities. The thing with the H-20 is when you actually look at the system design, it's probably nowhere near as good as U.S. low observable platforms, particularly more advanced ones as we have coming down. The official said, speaking on condition of anonymity, because anonymity.
Yeah, he's talking. Hello, he's talking about.
Oh my gosh, Tony.
He's
eyes,
talking about anti-gravity. Sorry,
over here,
squirrel.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so I think this just anyway. So here's like some more photos of maybe what it looks like.
Oh, the airplane. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean any aircraft is military aircraft. It's usually pretty cool looking, but yeah.
Well, there's some satellite photos of it.
Anyway, here's some more. Like here's some wind tunnel photos
from a B-21 expert.
Yeah.
Oh, Wadman, gasps. Let me act surprised for a moment, right?
So,
geez, that looks like a B-21 and a YF-23 freaking had a baby, dude.
It does.
That's crazy.
It does. It looks cool from like the side, but that view, it just looks like, come on, China, you're
crazy,
just
dude.
Retarded now.
I know. It's anyway. So I won't read any more of the article, but anyway, here's shots of it. And I think what it really comes down to, brothers, is it's just like anything else. Just because it looks 5th gen or 6th gen, I mean, is it just because of the whole technology into it?
Right.
I mean, the United States Air Force, I mean, I guess U.S. manufacturers, Lockheed Martin, Boeing. I mean, they have so much technology they've been working on for so many years. It's, stealth and 5th gen and 6th gen. It's much more than just how it looks.
Oh yeah. Well, and like my mind also goes to like propaganda, right? Like, do they really have something like that? And are they going to claim it's this and that? And I mean, it's one thing to make models and show them, post them over the internet, but you don't see them doing a 21 ship, show of force or anything like that with their aircraft. It's just concept everywhere. But but they are pretty good at flying balloons. Those are pretty high tech.
Well, they're a little cheaper. You got to think. You got to think 100,000 Chinese people, starve for a month when they introduce one of these airplanes.
And when you have an administration like the current one, they don't need to spend billions of dollars on a stealth aircraft. They're just like, oh, let's just fill a balloon and send it, and we'll get what we need. So they're saving a lot of money.
It might take us a little bit longer to get the intel, but we'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Have you seen China's main transport, dude? It looks like a copy of a C-17 with C-141 engines.
No,
look
I
at
haven't.
this.
Is that what you're showing?
Oh my god!
Damn it! Looks like a.
Can they be any more fucking obvious? I mean,
I know.
It's like they're laughing in our faces. When they introduce these aircraft,
Yeah,
it's
but
like, nobody will recognize this one.
No, there's none of it's real. It's all animated.
Yeah, it's all animated too. That's true.
Interesting.
Anyway, all right. So that's an interesting story. So
yeah, we'll just finish it with this.
China is asshole.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Not really. I mean, maybe some of them. But
hey, brothers, how about a palate cleansing video?
Let's do it.
Okay,
go for it.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, at MacDill Air Force Base.
Jesus.
That's a big ass gator, dude.
Wow, look how big that thing is. Oh.
That's what she said.
Oh, there's no audio. I thought
there's no audio. That's okay. We'll just commentate. Who does the best Steve Irwin impression? Oh, we got the croc. I can't. I'm not even gonna try. I just tried for a second, but
you like.
I'm not even. I'm not even gonna try.
Well, now here you see that
sound like a retard.
The what they call women in.
Look at that giant KC-135 in the background.
Those are some ample nacelles, I say. And look at that Shayla wrestling that gator.
Damn, that's
She's doing
crazy.
it all wrong. She's going to be gay to shit here in an hour if she doesn't get her shit together.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
something I never had to worry about working the ramp in Salt Lake City.
No.
So this coming from FL360 Arrow once again. Gator trouble. MacDill Air Force Base said our newest toothy airman has been relocated to a more suitable environment off base.
Toothy. Oh my
Airman,
god.
that's funny.
Special thanks to the FWC for the assist. An alligator caused some trouble after it decided to wander onto the apron area at MacDill Air Force Base on Monday. Visuals posted by MacDill, the alligator appeared to be relaxing under the wheels of a tanker plane at the base. Just call it a KC-135, please. You're losing credibility. And didn't want to leave the place. And here's
look at all the security on the top right of the screen, just watching. Like,
I know they're like, you guys got it. You got it.
We're
fine.
I'll be back here if you guys need anything.
I remember once I was sorry, ramp story. They're always there. I was bending down to put the chocks around the main gear on a Falcon 10, and something just plopped down out of the wheel well, and it was a fucking snake. But
oh my gosh,
no, but it was dead. It
Right.
had wrapped itself around, and when the gear opened, the most of it like flapped or fell down into the air, and like its head had banged against the underside of the wings so violently that the head was like gone and unrecognizable. But it must have kind of like blown back up in, because I went to put the chocks and it just kind of thunk right down by me, and I was like, oh shit, and I like almost hit my head on the underside of the wing. But I mean, it's if you're out on a ramp, it's shade. Usually those wheel wells are cool if the plane's been up in the air.
Well, and the other thing too is you've got the condensation coming off of the airplane too, when it's cold soaked like that before it lands. So that gator knew exactly what he was doing.
That thing is huge. That's scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
Ugh.
No, that's awful. So the
people that live in Florida, good on you.
So the worst thing, quick ramp story while we're at it. The worst thing that I remember having to worry about working the ramp is, so during the summertime, I used to work in Provo. Ryan worked in Provo too a little bit at the FBO down there. And the big hangars, there was tons of bugs because it was right by Utah Lake. Okay. So you would get these spiders that would spin webs up in the rafters of these hangars. And since so many flying bugs, these spiders would get engorged and they would get so heavy they couldn't stay in their web. So literally like every few minutes you would hear one fall and splatter on the hangar floor.
Yeah, so disgusting.
And you had to clean up the hangar floor all the time during the summer because it would happen all the time. And it's like, all of us are like, I'm not going in there. You go in and get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go in and get it.
That's like a fear.
I'm not going in there. You go get it.
I used to work with a guy that loves spiders, and he would like, when he'd find a big one, he would trap them in like a cup and bring it in. I was like, listen, man, I can respect your love of that shit, but I'm your supervisor, and no. Well, no more.
Spiders can stay outside.
That reminds me of that story we covered a couple years ago about that camel spider in the the cockpit of that F-16.
Dude, there was that video that I sent you. Remember?
Yes, dude. I would eject.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Sorry, I know you pulled that.
Yeah,
up.
I would have flown it in. Into the ground.
Have Geek Joe. I can watch Lawrence on MSNBC in 6 minutes, or we can talk airplanes and the fall of Skynet and Safe Skies. Well, I mean, that's up to you, but I know what I'd rather do.
Yeah, me too. Also,
and then, hey, you ramp guys should sell tickets to plane spotters to sit on the air side of the fence and not tell on us jet huggers. Yeah, probably illegal, but good idea. And then Jetarazzi, crikey. It's funny. I can just picture him saying that.
Yes, I can. Definitely. The one thing I love about Avjeet Go.
What the fuck?
Avjeet Go.
Avjeet Go.
I was way off.
Oh, I did two at the same time.
You did.
Oops.
Oh shit, it's been a long day. The funny thing about AvGeek Joe is when he's watching us, as the podcast gets further and further, I'd stop understanding as much as he's saying. So like I think it's cool that he sits back with us and has several drinks during the podcast. And
yeah,
that's right. Okay, so all right, brothers, here we go. Watch this. Okay.
Oh God, yes, I remember this video.
Look how fast it moves too.
Yeah.
I'd be stalling the airplane too.
Oh my God! God, that's an awful video.
They're fucking laughing. That's the difference of where you were probably brought up, born, raised, lived, because they're laughing.
Dude.
I wouldn't be laughing.
I would have fucking bailed out and I would have been dead.
Yep. That plane would have flown straight into the ground because I'd rather do that than have that spider land on me.
Ooh, and that spider was quick and big and it gives me chills, dude.
Wonder how many ejection spiders have caused. Yeah, I know, right?
Totally, dude. Especially in Afghanistan or Iraq.
I don't even know if I would think about it. I would just see it and be like, I'm out.
What's funny is every time I talk to somebody from Australia, I have to be a smart ass. And I'm like, well, yeah, I would never visit Australia because, that's the land of where all the bugs and critters chase you.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had one of them disagree with me. Not one.
Yeah.
Not one.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh, man, that was spooky. All right. We need
sums it right
fuck all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Hey, will one of you guys put your Raider hat up to the camera? BH is asking, what are those Raider hats?
Sorry, I was gonna move it then. It's got what's his name on it? I can never remember the fucking name.
Creature,
the Subarus or something.
Yeah, right. Yep. Anyway, that's a cool hat.
But yeah, BH, we got one. You don't. I'm just kidding. You can probably get one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got some cool stuff too. So
BH, I meant to text you back today, dude. Sorry, it's just been a busy day. I'll text you back. Anyway. All right. Cool. Next story. This is great. Hey, let's remind everybody. Please go follow our YouTube channel if you don't already. We are rapidly growing and
absolutely.
Anyway, sorry, I was talking and Tony's laughing and talking. So
no.
Are you reading a comment?
Yeah, AvGeek Joe just said Aaron has to write hatat on.
Hatat.
That's right. That's right. So the funny thing is this design is actually Bayo flying an F-35. I took that silhouette off of one of my photos and then created that. So technically, yes, that is Bayo in that F-35 on my hat.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep, he probably is going to love that even more.
Go ahead and continue about YouTube.
Means you should buy one, Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway, Aaron, go ahead.
BH says, oh, it's not a ramp hat. No, it's not. These were actually Wadman actually hooked us up with these hats. I think we still need to pay him though. But anyway, it's pretty cool that he got us these. Yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, it's a great hat design. Love it. And who knows? We probably need to do some more B-21 swag.
Oh yeah.
But
especially since more and more people are spotting it up flying. And...
I know, right?
Yep, exactly. Pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah, let's go on to our next story, brother. And yeah, it's a good one.
All right.
Okay.
Kick back, grab some corn, and enjoy the show.
Ding, ding, ding.
Are you going to read the next story, or you want me to?
No, I want you to read the V'ger story. Is that the one we're talking about?
Yep. Okay. It is. Okay, here we go. So this is actually pretty cool. So, speaking of 1977, that's the year that Voyager 1 and 2 launched from Earth, which is crazy. So these are 47 years old, these space probes. So this is crazy. NASA's Voyager 1 resumed sending engineering updates to Earth after some inventive sleuthing. Boy, say that 10 times fast. The mission team can, for the first time in 5 months, check the health and status of the most distant human-made object in existence. Isn't that crazy? I think that Voyager 1 is so far away from the sun that it looks like just like a bright star in the distance because of how far away it is. It's actually outside the universe in an area called the bow shock, which is nuts. I mean, it's so far away if you think about that.
Bow shock, that sounds like a
40
right in the bow shock.
That's what she said.
Sorry, Aaron.
You missed it.
But
anyway,
that is continue what you're saying, how far it was.
It's so far. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I'll go ahead and oh, by the way, this is coming from jpl.nasa.gov. So for the first time since November, NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft is returning usable data about the health and status of its onboard engineering systems. The next step,
onboard engineering systems.
That's right. The next step is to enable the spacecraft to begin returning science data again.
Wow.
The probe and its twin Voyager 2 are the only spacecraft to ever fly in interstellar space, the space between stars. See, isn't that crazy?
And when did it launch again?
1977.
Oh my God.
The year I was born.
Yeah, damn. That thing's as old as you are.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Voyager 1 stopped sending readable science and engineering data back to Earth on November 14th, 2023, even though mission controllers could tell the spacecraft was still receiving their commands and otherwise operating normally. In March, the Voyager engineering team at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California confirmed that the issue was tied to one of the spacecraft's 3 onboard computers, which is crazy. Our iPhones that we have right here are more powerful than the Voyager spacecraft computers, which is nuts to think. Let's see here. The 3 onboard computers, called the Flight Data Subsystem, the FDS for short, is responsible for packaging the science and engineering data before it's sent to Earth. And it's so far away, it takes hours to reach. And it might even talk about that here.
That's insane.
Oh, yeah. 22 and a half hours for a signal to reach Earth from the Voyager.
Damn.
The team discovered that a single chip responsible for storing a portion of the FDS memory, including some of the FDS computer software code, isn't working. The loss of that code rendered the science and engineering data unusable. Unable to repair the chip, you think, the team decided to place the affected
out there
elsewhere in the FDS memory, but no single location is large enough to hold the section of code in its entirety, which is crazy. I mean, you imagine the memory on these things. It's probably like
a
500K or something.
Yeah, I know.
If even that.
But it is pretty cool that it lasted like almost 50 years, though.
It really is.
That's a pretty big feat in itself.
Such a hostile environment.
Yeah.
And they're still going. I don't think so. They're nuclear powered. Okay, they're run by they have
how dare you?
I know they're nuclear powered by I think plutonium is how they're powered. But anyway, so the team started by singling out the code responsible for packaging the spacecraft's engineering data. They sent it to its new location on the FDS memory on April 18th. A radio signal takes about 22 and a half hours to reach Voyager 1, which is over 15 billion miles from Earth. That is crazy.
That seems pretty fast.
That is pretty fast for when you put it in that perspective.
Jesus.
Yeah. And another 22 and a half hours for the signal to come back to Earth. When the mission flight team heard back from the spacecraft on April 20th, they saw that the modification worked. For the first time in 5 months, they've been able to check the health and status of the spacecraft. So
could you imagine
cool.
having an argument with your wife or girlfriend when every response takes 44 hours total?
Yeah.
Cool, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd piss off your wife or girlfriend so bad by not talking for 20.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Send back LOL.
Hey, it's Matt Thiemann. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Bet your ass it is. By the way, from our previous conversation, Matt Wadman says he'll trade for some more Raptor things.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that.
Everybody.
Text us or text me what you are proposing there, Wadman. Let's make a deal.
Exactly. and here's the reference to V'ger we've been talking about. Here we go.
So maybe this Enterprise will discover Voyager.
Here it is. Ready?
V-G-E-R.
Feature.
Feature.
Very good, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, we probably should have fast forwarded it to the point so we don't get a copyright strike.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But anyway, so he goes on where it says Voyager.
Voyager 6.
Oh, so Voyager 6, so it's a fictional Voyager.
Yep, that's a fictional one. But Star Trek the Motion Picture was made in 1977.
Well, there you go.
And just like the same year that the original Star Wars, Star Wars,
predicting the future
before, George Lucas let Kathleen Kennedy and Disney fuck it up.
Yep.
Just saying.
I know.
I know. I hope we don't get a copy strike right on that. Anyway,
we'll see. It wasn't too long of a clip, but you never know.
You never know. So actually, our next story. I know. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here. Our next story actually does fall under the FAAFO umbrella.
Okay,
are we ready for it?
Yeah,
let's do it.
The more you around, the more you're going to find out.
So this story is actually coming from the Aviationist as well. It's a good website. You guys should go there.
It is.
Some of your stories.
Absolutely.
Great, great information, great insight. So this is, and the reason why this falls under the fuck around and find out umbrella is because we may be doing just that. AI, the AI flew the X-62 Vista. I think AI flown X-62 Vista during simulated dogfight against manned F-16. So there's the Vista. It almost looks like an F-16 XL a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, it's got the spine on there like a lot of later block F-16s do for other countries. So that's why it looks like
more girth.
Yes, it does. It is a girthy looking F-16.
Well, it's the spine. Other than that, it looks the same.
Yep. So while safety pilots were on board at all times, the AI agent successfully demonstrated it could safely conduct AI versus human within visual range engagements. The U.S. Air Force Test Pilot School and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, just announced that last year the X-62 Vista was successfully flown by an artificial intelligence agent, Skynet, during a simulated dogfight. See, this is what scares me, is when they start using AI when it comes to the military. I'm just saying.
Definitely. Yeah.
And against a human pilot. And again, they're using AI for military against a human pilot. Okay, this is just a war game. I get it. But could the AI be thinking, oh, maybe humans are our adversary? And,
it is a little intimidating.
They start organizing, get in touch with Antifa. Anyway, so the breakthrough for which the team has been nominated as finalists for the 2023 Robert J. Collier Trophy is part of DARPA's Air Combat Evolution Program, ACE. The potential for autonomous air-to-air combat has been imaginable for decades, but the reality has remained a distant dream up until now, said the Secretary of the Air Force, Frank Kendall. In 2023, the X-62A broke one of the most significant barriers in combat aviation. This is a transformational moment, all made possible by breakthrough accomplishments of the X-62 ACE team. The press release did not disclose when the testing happened. However, since it mentioned the teams went from the initial installation of live AI agents into the X-62A systems to the demonstration in less than a calendar year, it's possible it happened between summer and fall of 2023. The Air Force acknowledged that the first flights of the X-62 controlled by AI were performed in December of 2022. The testing happened in the airspace above Edwards Air Force Base, California. Initial flight safety was built up first using defensive maneuvers, according to the info released, before switching to offensive high-aspect nose-to-nose engagements where the dogfighting aircraft got as close as 2,000 feet at 1,200 miles per hour. In total, the team made over 100,000 lines of flight critical software changes across 21 test flights. If you want to read the rest of the story, just go to the Aviationist to get some more of that. But I mean,
you just hope that the AI wasn't like, man, I'm gonna pull 15 G's here and just fuck up those pilots that were on board.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't help but think like, hopefully they have fail safes, right? Because what if the AI is just like eject?
I know.
I don't need you guys in here.
Yeah,
you
guys
know,
don't need to be in here anymore.
Or
Well,
what? Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's very. It would be hard to sit and be a passenger, and I'm sure.
There's a kill switch or an override switch.
Exactly. Yeah, but it would. Don't you think that would be kind of hard to sit there and just let it do its thing?
It'd be weird. It would definitely be weird.
It's just scary to me. I mean, it's cool and exciting to see this. I mean, it's kick-ass from like an AvGeek standpoint, but from a human being standpoint, it's a little scary because it could take its programming literal. Because artificial intelligence is kind of goes hand in hand with
who's programming it?
Awareness. Yeah, exactly.
Who's programming it? That's what I'd be worried about. What if you get some disgruntled,
well, yeah,
disgruntled employee?
Viruses, you can install programs within programs within programs. To not expose themselves unless there's certain parameters met. I mean, there's so much to programming that is way over.
Who knows? Somebody could program a clue in there, and then we're all fucked.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. It's just like, well, this thing can be thinking because, artificial intelligence also means adaptation. It's not just executing programs. If this was just executing programming, then it wouldn't be saying artificial intelligence. It would be saying, a computer programmed aircraft versus a human.
Yeah.
And so they're talking actual intelligence, even though it's artificial, adaptation, awareness, consciousness, all this stuff. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going against this particular human. What's to stop him from thinking, oh, so all humans bad, right? Okay, I got this.
Yeah.
Hold my
Well,
beer.
the thing is, though, is
comes to mind.
Ultron, Skynet, Terminator 2.
They're not going to take over. AI is not going to take over like the ground crew. Like somebody still has to fuel the aircraft. Somebody still has to service the aircraft. And so if you had an AI that was being a total prick, you could just not let them go.
I guess hopefully it thought it out that far before it decides to do anything.
The AI, it would need to be marshaled out.
Yeah.
Needs a marshaller if it's following protocol.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's exciting,
cool, but it's scary.
It's similar. Yeah. I guess it's similar to what that story we read a few episodes ago, with those F-16s arriving in Florida. Remember, they're going to start integrating AI into those, and start testing that too out of Florida. So, interesting.
Absolutely.
It's right along those same lines, I guess.
There's a video that was actually put out, I guess, from the Pentagon from the U.S. Department of Defense. We'll get to that in a second. A couple of quick comments though before we do that,
Joe. But there's still a human programming the F-16, and I'm sure there's a human who can be any programmer. I watched her fly in 2021, 22, and 23. The Skynet watched Top Gun.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a funny comment, but all they had to do was upload Top Gun into the AI's consciousness.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, digest that in about 10 seconds.
Goes on to say, or another comment from Joe. Also, this X-62, does it know how to vape, afterburn a crowd, use flares, aim for a hole in the clouds? Doubt it. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It'll never get the thrill.
I think the AI and all this, drones and autonomy and all that. I think that there's definitely a place for it and use for it, but it'll never replace putting a human being in the cockpit of an aircraft.
No, I totally agree with you.
And
somewhere there's an AI.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
That actually was an actual recording of one of the pilots that was sitting inside the X-62 watching the AI.
Yeah,
do its
right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Why don't you show us that video really quick?
Okay.
And then
let's do the video and then.
Damn, it's already an hour and 20.
Damn.
Where does the time go?
Here we go.
Against each other using a variety of different algorithmic approaches, learning, adapting, and evolving, mastering complex aerial tactics through countless simulated dogfights.
For that final event, you had an AI agent against a human pilot in a simulator.
They ended up sweeping all 5 matches, defeating the human in that case. However, our agents had not yet been trained to adhere to human norms, what we call training rules. These rules keep you safe when you fly. We needed to innovate new ways to enforce safety and human norms into opaque neural networks. Since our agents learned, we encoded these norms into the environment through a sequence of simulation updates. After years of painstaking development in simulation environments, it was necessary to confront the real world.
So beginning in December of 2022, that was the first application of machine learning agents to control the flight path of fighter aircraft, a world first. In April, we then flew several AI agents.
We retrained agents on a daily basis, updated flight control laws overnight, and reprogrammed the aircraft to fly the next day. Over 100,000 lines of flight critical software changes were made as the system evolved during flight test.
And then finally, in September 2023, we accomplished another world first.
Where we actually took the X-62 and flew it against a live manned F-16. We built up in safety using the maneuvers, first defensive, then offensive, then high aspect nose-to-nose engagements, where we got as close as 2,000 feet at 1,200 miles per hour.
And while the X-62's unique safety features have been instrumental in allowing us to take elevated technical risk with these machine learning agents, in this test campaign, there were no violations of the training rules which codify the airman's safety and ethical norms, demonstrating the potential that machine learning has for future aerospace applications.
Okay.
I see AI as just being like almost like a co-pilot in the cockpit for fighters and bombers, and you could have because there's so much that you have to do inside that cockpit, especially when you're a single pilot.
Well, AI would definitely replace like a Wizzo, for instance.
Well, yeah, they definitely could, and I mean, you could have AI. Yeah, you could have AI maybe prioritize your targets. I mean, the radar kind of does that right now, but I'm saying, like, it would make it so much easier for the pilot to do it, his or her thing, and have an AI just helping out, almost an extra brain in the cockpit.
The pilot could focus on nothing but flying the aircraft, and then you've got the AI who's coming up with the firing solutions, making those decisions, this and that.
Yeah. Hey Siri, fire AIM-9X.
Right. But see, that's the thing with artificial intelligence, though.
What'd she say?
Siri said, "I didn't get that. Could you try again?"
I figured she'd say, "I don't know how to respond to that."
I know.
Or AI took over and they're like, Copy that.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. Will do.
But I think, yeah, exactly.
We need that one.
Regardless of what the AI role is, there definitely needs to be a human flying the airplane, making those, critical decisions. And I think AI should be there to augment or assist, in a situation like that. That's just me. Wow, I've had 2 of those tonight from you. Thank you.
You're
No, the
welcome.
first one was for Aaron.
It was for Aaron.
Never mind.
Thank you.
All right.
It
Well,
was up the F4s.
it's exciting. It's scary. We are definitely fucking around, and hopefully we don't find out.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Well, I think that's all I had for news stories tonight.
Yeah,
So,
man. That was
yeah. So
Good
it's
night.
probably about time to go to our favorite segment.
Yes.
absolutely.
Perfectly, my shirt fits in that little gap right
That
there.
little gap right there. Yeah. See, I'm just
Mind the gap.
Yeah, I'm slouching. It's anyway. What movie?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Slouching.
Couldn't remember. Anyway, so
Okay, hit the stinger there, brother.
Do it.
time. Oh, hi. It's time. Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
Okay, here we go. We'll start out.
Go ahead.
This is probably oh yeah, we watched this one already.
For a little bit, okay?
Don't leave me. All right, I'm gonna have to turn some sound off because there's too much music. Anyway,
dude.
nice minigun. Look at that. That'd be so fun.
That would be a fun job.
Man, that would be nuts. That's crazy.
Yeah, shooting that thing. That
killing
would be so fun.
killing wombats in Beggars Canyon.
Yeah, right.
Wombats.
Hey, look, that looks like a Popeye.
Yeah, I know
Star
what you
Wars.
said. It's a Star Wars reference. I got it.
Oh, it's a Popeye.
Yeah, it looks like it. No, it's not. Anyway, cool. Bell 429. Basically a souped up twin engine 407.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, that is nice.
Hess would be
429 is
proud.
a nice helicopter.
Hess
Well, there you go.
here tonight.
Got some Hornets launching.
Speaking of cool jobs,
Yeah, right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Sick.
fun.
Nice watch.
Sick. Ooh, look at that shot, man. That's cool. Look at that.
It's like-
A10 firing. It's got the round right out in front of it. You can see it.
Oh,
What do you think the shutter speed was set to on that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably a video capture,
That's
right?
awesome.
I don't know.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is really cool. And then there's my story. That's Lula Oliver, and then my wife Jessica. We were out back today. But anyway,
That's your
and this was actually that video that I posted. I filmed this. This was actually on up at Hill on was it Tuesday? Anyway,
Really?
go check it out. It's a video that I posted on there, but
Cool.
that's cool.
It's a bat.
There you go. There's an Alpha
Nice.
Jet. Super Hornet.
Super.
Very cool. Aviator gear.
Yeah, check him out.
Afterburn art. We've
hello.
got Jessica Rabbit on a A10 gun. There you
Yeah,
go.
she's on it all right.
She does not look like a rabbit.
Av Rider Joe. Well, there you go. There's your story.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Dude,
That's
that
the old
paint is
Venom
awesome.
F16.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
paint.
F16 demo team, Viper demo. Cool. Nice F-35s. I wonder why he's posting F-35s. Anyway, let's see.
Bye.
Kennedy Drew, that's your old daughter-in-law or your own
My ex.
sorry, stepdaughter.
Like,
Stepdaughter.
there have been a
Anyway.
few ex Mrs. Rumfollows, okay?
I know.
Just say yes
I know.
and move on. Oh, gosh.
That's cool. TX Aviation Images. Nice. You got the C-130 there. Popping some flares. That's
Love
cool. Let's see here. Got lots of ads. Oh yeah, Hill Air Force Base. So Aerospace Utah, which is the museum up by Hill Air Force Base.
That's the new hangar, right?
Yeah, that's the new one, dude. Look, they've got all kinds of stuff. They moved inside.
Thunderbird.
They have an F-22 Raptor now in there.
Do they?
Oh, it's been way too
I
long
guess
since
I
I've
need
been
to-
there.
Yeah,
So
we need to go up there.
they were doing construction building that.
Oh, they
So
were.
It was
Okay.
like last summer.
The F-117's in there. The F-22's in there. It's
So is this a brand new hangar in addition to what they already have?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So you go through the main hangar and it's like behind the main
Yeah.
big one. It's
Oh, okay.
behind that one.
So it's a
Yeah.
secret hangar.
No,
Yeah.
it's not a
Oh,
secret.
okay. Just check.
Anyway, so this is Jillian Phillips Art. That's who did that F-15.
Yep, that's who did
behind
your
me.
F-15. Very talented. Very cool.
Yeah, she's got really cool stuff. I love that style. That's great.
By the way,
Anyway.
Watson says they have a U2 as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do.
U2 was at the Sphere in Vegas.
They said AU2
Oh, okay.
aircraft. Dum.
All right. Sorry.
Daughter.
Silly. Yeah. Let's see here. Hill Air Force Base F-35 demo team. There you go.
Mach.
I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's probably clips from when they did the practice this week. Dope driver, dude. Dope got his fucking truck stolen last week.
What? I was
dude. He
this, but
he posted some video of it of the surveillance video, and the thing that he said that sucked is, excuse me, not only truck being stolen, but he had some coveralls that he had in the truck from when he was working at Seymour Johnson.
No way.
When he was
Those are
crew
gone.
chief. So I don't know.
So whatever dipshit stole his truck has no idea what those.
Yeah,
are
they don't give a shit about that.
No.
They're-
Where's he living now? Is he still in?
I think he's still in Texas. I don't think he was talking about moving to North Carolina, but I don't think he's moved there yet.
Well, these. Hello, hi, Tori Pilot. These. What do they call them? The newcomers. They got to drive. Newcomers got to drive.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Could be. Let's see here.
Damn it, Bobby.
Oh, look at that. Hornet.
Oh, nice.
On a
It's a
trailer.
Super Hornet. That's a freaking E model, dude, on a trailer.
Wow.
That's crazy. Let's see here. Nice buff.
Ooh, love that.
Beauty.
That is cool.
You might have to just skip over the next one completely, like fast. This is a family program.
Oh, geez. Well, it wasn't aviation related, so we wouldn't have spent time on it.
Okay, yeah. I just saw that and I was like, oh, goodness. Hey, check this out.
That's cool.
Thank
We
you.
are.
What are we watching?
That's the new trainer for the Navy, I think. I forget what it's called, but it's I know in civilian, I think it's an A119 Koala, if I remember right.
Koala. Oh, koala.
Anyway, okay, couple more. Here we go. SA Aviation Photography,
Cool shot.
Kick-Ass Super Hornet. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, AvGeek Joe says that was a TH-57.
There you go. I don't
Joe.
remember what it was. Anyway, all right. Come on, let's get another. Okay, to all the struggles of IFR. Well, congratulations on your
Yes.
rating. That's awesome.
Congrats.
Okay, we'll do one more after CDJ Morgan. All right, there we go. We'll end it on the Typhoon with Florida Afterburner Images. Gabe.
Gabe.
There you go. And then he's always posting about cars or a road.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
All right.
All right.
By
Well,
the way, before we end it really quick, AvGeek Joe says, thanks for sharing. I also like the C-130 popping flares.
That's right.
And also, that was an SH-60 firing a Penguin anti-ship missile.
There you go.
Cool. Well,
we were
thanks,
just
AvGeek.
joking. It was a Popeye, but yes, thank you for letting us know.
Yes. And by the way, that was Instagram stories from accounts we follow.
All right. Well, there you
Well,
go.
brothers, what do you say? That was another good episode. Anything really like brand new crazy in the Ramp Swag store we can talk about real quick?
Nothing like super new. I did add a few more like what should I call it? Like medical
has
hats and because of hats and he has some
because he was
friends
here tonight.
Yeah, I know. He's always complaining that we're not every Wednesday. Well, where the fuck are you? Anyway. So I'll just show some of those really quick. But anyway, see, like
adios amigos. There you go. Sorry.
Hey, thanks, Cheddarazzi. Anyway, so there's like an A-Star PC-12, EC-145, Bell 407. But
dude, you're missing one of the most important medevac aircraft in the history of medevac aircraft.
What, the Alouette 3?
The Mitsubishi MU-2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, MU would be
most iconic.
That'd be a good one. Yep, I remember. Oh yeah, Life Flight and AirMed here locally both had those. Okay, so I was playing around with this design. You guys will have to give me some feedback in real time. It's like a hockey jersey. Okay.
Right.
So here's the design, which is, I'm kind of feeling it.
I mean, they're cool looking.
Yeah, dude. And they're really good. They're really high quality from our manufacturer.
Utah is getting an NHL hockey team.
That is very true. But I was to be honest, and full disclosure, I was working on this before because I wanted, you guys have seen the team design, like I did that before on some t-shirts and stuff like that. But but anyway, okay, so I wanted to show, okay, so here's something new. These are some RampCheck leggings. These are cool.
I have a hoodie with that material.
Yep. The hoodie.
I say the hoodie doesn't look that good on you, brother.
Damn.
As the leggings do.
Okay, and then this
it's not like tight.
This is a new design. This is actually really cool. So this is Operation Desert Storm. This F-15 Sea Eagle 85-0102 had 3 kills. Okay. 2 of them were, I believe, Chevron 17 was 1 kill, and then Chevron 21. It was 2 different sorties that it got the kills. But anyway, shot down MiG-23 and a couple Su-22s. So anyway, it's kind of a cool design, It's and then of course, what's that?
Commemorative, historical.
Yeah, exactly. And then this one was cool. These were some designs I was working on a little while ago, but see this. So this is a Packard 4-1, February 14th, 1991. Now, this was F-15E 487. This was the F-15E that shot down the Hind with the 2,000-pound laser guided bomb.
That's awesome.
And we actually have photos of this jet at Red Flag.
That is so cool.
And it does have a green star on its nose. So anyway, those are kind of some cool, trip back memory lane. Got some new swimwear on there, some camo designs, and of course the spaghetti F-35s.
Wadman says we need some more Raptor content. LOL.
Yeah, I know.
Also, some feedback on the jersey though.
Jersey looks good, and if others, I'd be happy.
You know what? Wadman is all about hockey. I saw him post a photo with his hockey jersey on. But
hey,
anyway.
Wadman, I just want to. I don't have it in here, do I? I don't.
What's that?
I'll have to show you my autographed Colorado Avalanche Patrick Waugh hockey puck.
Patrick
I
Waugh.
even sell it to you now if you want it. Saying. Anyway,
that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll get some more Raptor stuff up there. I do have this. Let's see, where is it? I've got. Where is it? There's a mud hen. So this one's kind of cool. This one says dominance. That's a cool one, and that's embroidered.
Oh, that is embroidered.
That's an embroidered premium hoodie. So those are cool. But anyway, all right, we can end it there, brothers. Cool. But there's always a couple cool things on the Ramp Swag store.
www.rampcheckglobal.com. That's your landing page for all things RampCheck, including the Ramp Swag store. So make sure you head over there. Don't forget, we're a live show every Wednesday night right here on YouTube, Instagram Live, X/Twitter. Facebook and Rumble as well. And if you missed the podcast or if you missed the live stream, then go to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We're still trying to build up those. What are you doing with the soundboard, brother?
I was wiping off something on it and it changed. So
you're like, what the hell? And then on Instagram Live, Curtis_aviation photography says BH wants more spaghetti. So he's got that
on there.
He's got that reputation.
Yes, he does. All right, everybody. Well, thanks again so much for watching. We will see you right here next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan. Good day.
Good day.